let me introduce you to Skeeter. Obviously the bike comes stock with pretty much everything except for a couple things. So first of all, this does not come stock. This is the Flyscreen. Had to have this. It looks so goofy without it. I'm probably the only person on the planet that likes these lights. I don't know. I have yet to see a video or a comment that people like these lights. I personally like these lights. I actually kind of love it because they're unique. These lights are nowhere. You can't find these lights anywhere on any other bike. This is the only bike where you can get these lights, and I personally think it's so freaking cute and adorable because they're like bug eyes, and I love it. Anyway, so it looks better with the windscreen. Obviously, the bike just looks really too naked, I think, without the Flyscreen. So I went and got ahead and got those. Moving around here, levers are still stock. They're adjusted to my hand configurations. I have small hands, so levers still stock. Haven't really done anything else to them. They're a little loose. No, they're good. These mirrors were not stock, obviously. The other mirrors are like right here, and they kind of stick up like this, like bugs, like little antennas. Got the Triumph one. I broke down and got the Triumph one because they're just really cool in person when you hold it in your hands. They got a lot of heft to them, so that's why I went ahead and got them. They are expensive though, $120 each, so $240 for the set. That's a lot of money. I also got the brake reservoir. It comes plastic, white plastic, and it just looks really tacky, so went ahead and broke down and got that. And then I also got the belly pan to go with the Flyscreen, so belly pan. Now when I bought this bike, there was a $400 total in coupons from Triumph for purchasing a leftover Street Triple. So I went ahead and used the $400 for the Flyscreen and the belly pan, and then just paid the extra $130. So I didn't really break the bank with the Flyscreen and the belly pan because I had the $400 coupon. The mirrors broke the bank though. Alright, so moving on from there, really nothing on this side, except I just want to show you what I did here. I am a 5'1" with a 28-inch inseam, so I went ahead and got these lower links put in, the Less Racing. I think most people use this if they were to lower the Street Triple or the Daytona. This lowering link works on the Street Triple and the Daytona right here, if you guys can see that. It lowers it by 35 millimeters, which is 1.4 inches, and that gives me a lot of room. I can put 1 foot down comfortably. I can't put 2 feet down, but that's okay. I mean, that's just the nature of riding a sport bike. I also had the seat shaved, and it doesn't look like it's shaved, but it is shaved actually. If you were to look at this, and I don't have a seat to compare for you, but the stock seats have a little bit more cushion like this, and so this is about 1.5 inches, so 1.5 inches shaved off. That just gives me more inseam. It doesn't do anything to the geometry of the bike, which I love, but it does give me more inseam, and that's how I'm able to 1 foot down comfortably at stoplights. The reason why I went ahead and got the Street Triple R, I've had this discussion with a lot of people about the Street Triple. The standard version of this bike is a lot lower than the R version, but I went ahead with the R version only because I wanted better suspension and just better brakes in general. And I knew that it was taller, but another reason is that I don't like my kickstand cut. So this right here is what I'm talking about. I don't like this being cut. I like it to be stock kickstand. That's the one thing that would have made me crazy if I had gotten this cut. My thought process was that at least with this link, I can put the stock ones back in and it would go back to stock seat height if I were to sell this bike at a later point. Whereas the kickstand, I would have to order a whole new kickstand, and I didn't like that idea. I mean, either way works, but I just don't like the idea of cutting a kickstand. So with the R model, it's 32.4 inches or 32.5, depending on where you're from. And with the lowering link, it lowers it to 1.4 inches, so that puts it at 31 inches seat height. So that's still tall, but with my seat shaved, it gives me about, roughly in theory, 30-inch seat height. and therefore, because it's still 30 inches in seat height, the kickstand did not need to be cut. Whereas if I were to buy the standard version, then the kickstand would have to be cut if I put the lowering link in. The lowering link, the nice thing about that is that it doesn't change the geometry of the bike, and that's why it's highly recommended. It's out of the UK. It takes about 10 days for it to come in, so it's not too bad. If you're going to buy a bike and you're going to have it sit in the dealer for a little bit, I would order it in advance, and then by the time it comes in, they'll have it to put on the bike. The other thing I got was these bobby pins. I think that's what they're called, bobby pins. I don't know what they're called, but they're basically for my kickstand. Not kickstand, but for the rear wheel stand, which I purchased for like $50, which is not bad. So I went ahead and got the red ones instead of the black ones. The back of the bike, I haven't really done anything with this tail yet. I will get a tail tidy later, but in the meantime, it's going to be stock, and I haven't decided which ones I want. On this side, still stock exhaust. I actually probably am one of the few, I'm not sure, maybe I could be wrong, but I love the stock exhaust. I love the look of it. It looks fantastic. To me, it's like nice artwork. It's like nicely welded. It fits with the bike perfectly, and I think that's why I like it. All the aftermarket exhausts, like the Aero, the Competitions, and some of the SC Project ones, they're like short. I think they're too short, and they just take away from the bike, and they take away that induction sound that the stock exhaust gives me. So that's why I haven't really pulled the trigger on it yet. As far as the rest of it, I did not do this reservoir because it's not in the way. Like, it's not an eyesore for me. I will do that eventually, but that's next year. I love these bolts, by the way. These bolts on this bike is what drives me bonkers and tickles my ovaries. And then the other thing is, I haven't done anything with these signal lights either. I will do something next year for those. I also got a radiator guard, RNG. I decided to invest in that this year instead of waiting until next year, because I thought of a rock or something flying into the radiator was unbearable for me. So I went ahead and got this and installed it myself. It wasn't bad, except this bolt right here was kind of hard to put in. But otherwise, it fits really neat, snug in there. Fits really nicely. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I did with the bike. I really haven't done anything else to it. I've been enjoying it so much. It's got about 700 miles on it already. Alright, so that is Skeeter. And of course, gotta have my GoPro mount right there. And this mount is for the GoPro that I'm holding, which is the Session. And that's pretty much my Street Triple Crystal White. And those are some of the reasons why I bought the R version instead of the standard version. So okay, if you have any questions about lowering it for short riders, or how it's riding as a short person, and I've enjoyed it thoroughly. I've learned a lot as a short rider on a sport bike. But anyways, so yeah, that is my bike. I can't wait to do the first oil change on it myself, instead of taking it to the dealer. I just took it to the dealer for the reverse service because of warranty purposes. But as far as doing the next interval oil change, I'm doing that myself, and that's why I have a rear stand for it, and I cannot wait to do that. So maybe I'll do a video for that for you guys. But anyways, this is He with Motorcycling, and I'll see you guys next time.